you guys will be talking to me.
Okay.
As opposed to looking at them. But
Yeah.
so, first and last name and spell it, please.
My name is Swede, spelled Swede, Anderson, Anderson.
Okay, and then your first
I'm
and
Dorothy, Dorothy, Anderson, Anderson.
Okay, so I'm going to start with you, Dorothy. How did you guys end up at Turlock Village, or Covenant Village of Turlock?
Well, we began to think about downsizing. And so as we looked around, we were thinking of maybe moving to California. And somebody mentioned Covenant Village. And so we checked it out and came down for a couple of days. And we were so enthused about it that we signed up before we left. But first, we called our kids. We have 3 sons and a daughter. And they all said, go for it. So we did. We signed up and went home and put our house up for sale. Sold that, and we were down here in no time.
Swede, how was it that you guys made that decision so fast?
Well, it helps that we have 3 sons and 1 daughter, but the 3 sons during our time up in Washington, they ended up living not too far from Turlock, so that was a factor. And we wanted to downsize anyhow, and we wanted to get back into California. We used to live in San Jose before Whidbey Island, so that was a factor. And but the main thing was that most of our family had ended up down here, not too far from Turlock, so that was a rather important decision. And we liked the California weather too.
What about the community itself, though? The grounds and the building and the availability of an apartment that you wanted. I mean, did that play into it that you made that decision that fast?
Well, yeah, we knew what downsizing meant, and we were able to. The fact that the grounds around here are spectacular, and the fact that we knew people, that's a big factor, because the people that are your neighbors here, they become your family, and the longer you're here, the more friends you get, and these friends are lifelong friends. So it's like a big family, and it's really interesting. The longer you're here, the more you like it, because you're getting more people and you have more interaction. So it's been a great place to feel at home.
Dorothy, was it important for you all to have or live in a community that is faith-based and a not-for-profit?
Yes, the atmosphere is so different living in the area here. It's almost like Mission Springs, which is the Covenant family camp. When you spend a week there, we've often thought this is just like being at Mission Springs. So you have that feeling of what would you call it, Swede? That feeling of
It's
familiarity?
Yeah, well, the Christian atmosphere. And that's been really important to us.
Okay. And when you all got here, surprise, surprise, there were people you already knew.
That's true. We knew some of them, but the longer we were here, the more connections we get. And the amazing thing is, I came from Nebraska originally, and there's a lot of people that have Nebraska contacts even here in Turlock, which was really amazing. And it just goes on and on and on. Every day I seem to meet new people that I knew or people they knew. It's just, it's almost amazing that happens. But the Covenant denomination, is pretty close in that area, because it's a relatively small denomination, but people know each other all over the country. And my father was a Covenant minister, so that made another contact that allowed me to have contacts and friends that I didn't even know years ago.
How important was it for you to live in a community where here you are independent living, but if your health care changes, you've got that continuum of care here with assisted living or skilled nursing. Was that pretty important?
That's a very important item because it's not only for our benefit, but it's for our kids. They want to have that benefit. They want to have that assurance that their parents are going to be able to have long-term care. No one knows what's going to be happening in the future, and that's a great benefit, a very important one, and that's something that you can't get very easily outside, for sure. But here it is part of the fact that we live here. We have long-term care available to us, and it's very well organized, very complete, well care. It really is.
Was that important for you also to I guess some people always say it's like a gift to their children.
That's what we've heard, and we really believe that.
Why?
Well, you know, our kids don't know what it's like to have to take care of a parent because they think we're going to always be like we are. And I think as they learn about the facility here and see it, they can understand more of what that is to have that available.
Okay. What's the relationship like here between the residents and the staff?
Well, the residents they're always concerned about the grounds being taken care of, and one benefit about in the apartment living here is we have we have people that come around and clean your apartment for us on a weekly basis, and we have the eating facility nearby, and all of the people that work at Covenant Village, they're all very friendly, and they become part of the family because no one ever passes you by without eye contact and saying hello or good morning. It just, it doesn't matter if you're a worker here or another guest. It's one big family that we really enjoy.
Okay. So I heard you say about that housekeeping stuff. So what? Tell me about those services and amenities that you get to take advantage of.
Well, before we came, we thought, well, we're independent. We can take care of our cleaning and our cooking and all of that, but that comes as part of the apartment. So after we got here and I experienced it, I was thinking, what was I thinking? And they clean once a week. And I love going out to eat every day. So that's my story about the cleaning and the eating.
Did you throw away your recipe books?
I didn't bring much of that, and it's a good thing.
What about the Turlock location itself? You guys are like close to San Francisco, you're close to Yosemite, you're close to Monterey, not far from LA if you want to go that far, but is that a big plus?
Well, they plan bus trips, and so we've been on several. We've been to the Gold Country up in Murphy's, that was a museum and a mine. What's a gold mine?
Very interesting gold mine.
Anyway, it was a very interesting trip. And so we take advantage of all the available trips, and whether they're local or a couple hours away.
Why do you guys take advantage of those trips?
Well, for one, you can ride in the bus. You don't have to drive yourself, and you don't have to worry about parking and finding the place. And they have a lot of trips for, as Dorothy said, scenery trips. They also have trips for educational entertainment, educational, theatrical presentations. And on the grounds here, we have a lot of travel logs at least once a week, and those are always very interesting, and we have movies once a month, and there's always something. There's many activities that you can take advantage of at your disposal. Whatever you want, you just sign up for it, and they're at your disposal. You can be as busy as you want, really.
Love it. So, in a nutshell, from each of you, and I don't care who starts, maybe let's start with you just so these guys can be prepared. If you were to give advice to someone about, hey, consider moving here to Covenant Village, what advice would that be?
Don't wait. Come early so you can take advantage of all the activities and the trips and everything that's going on. And you'll meet lots of friends.
And what would your advice be?
Well, I coming from Woodby Island, I had the opportunity to be a small farm owner, so I had a lot of hobby farms, but it became a lot of work after a while, and I decided, well, hey, I don't need to have all this manual labor facing me every day, so I look forward to the fact that I can just come down here and do what I want to do at my leisure. So, and it's leisure enveloped in a big family environment, which is important to me. And there's no worry about maintaining a house and repairs and all that stuff, because it's all part of your living down here. It's taken care of.
Love it. Thank you.